GM. We're like live. We're already in a DBQ. I kind of wanted to see where these were pacing at. I joined. Suddenly it wasn't waiting for anyone. It was just waiting, and off we went. So we're already in. We're at the 6th hole. I did not plan on this firing right away, but I guess I don't know what I expected, because these things do fire when you join them sometimes. So good morning, everyone. We're already off and running. Good morning, Jake, GM to you. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. Likewise, Chris. Good morning, Candles. Hey, good morning to you, Chris. Appreciate you as always. Thank you for being so good about the leaving the comments. It really helps out. And go AZ Cards. GM, the morning I missed has his first guest. Well, to be fair, I have had Bindles on and I have had PPR Tyler on, but not recently. It has been a while. So we did have Pat from Fantasy Dog Pound yesterday, which was awesome. Really appreciate him coming in. And I'm just going to take Josh Jacobs at the 6. To be candid, I've been taking Josh Jacobs at like the 3. My order this week is CMC, Puka, Jacobs. That's not what the market is doing. The market is pricing JSN, Bijan, and Jamar Chase ahead of him. I actually think Bijan is the 3 in ADP, and a lot of people who I respect a lot have Bijan at the 2. For me, it's just this game script. I think this could be just one of those 3 touchdown Josh Jacobs games. The volume was there. Emmanuel Wilson was pretty much completely erased. So I don't know. I think this matchup, knowing we want to pick on that Giants defense, is the way I want to go. Brian, GM, everyone. Hey, appreciate you, Brian. Brian did a show last night on G for Gumby's channel. It was fantastic. They ran 3 Dawg Bowls. So I think that's definitely content you should consume in the next couple of days if you want to do any of these, because they built some pretty cool teams on there. And so absolutely check out G for Gumby's channel. You can catch Brian the Goober over there. Brian, appreciate you as always. Gunnar Ross, GMs. Hey, good morning to you, Gunnar Ross. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Maximus 44. Good morning to you. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Let me get the board up. People can see what's going on. And let me also get the timestamps going, because this is a timestamp friendly channel. Yeah, we're just off and running. DBQ1. All right. So I actually yesterday launched, for the first time since the off season, a pre-recorded video. And I messed up because I wanted to make it a premiere so that it would launch at a certain time. And then I realized that time was exactly when the Swolecast was launching. So I tried to change it. Instead of changing it, I just launched the video. And I think the algo was like, oh, buddy, you canceled the premiere. So it kind of died on the vine. But if you want to check it out, it's a new segment. I'm going to try to do it each week. The Scrolls of Wisdom. You might need a more SEO friendly name. And it's just some of the scrolls I like in the battle royales. It's focused on the 6 persons, but you can definitely extrapolate it to the 12s if you're so inclined. But I think there's more people doing the 6 persons than the same 25 of us fighting over the Dawg Bowl seats. Brian notes, Jameis is starting. I know. Load up on the game. I am excited. I think I have a fair amount of Wandale this week, but I like him even more. I like Slayton a lot this week. I liked him before. I wasn't getting to him because I was a little concerned about potentially some of the injury stuff. I know he came back in the game, but I just wanted to make sure that wasn't something that like flared back up, because he was electric at the beginning of that game. I think he was definitely in for a potentially big game, and that got a little short circuited. But I am all about that, and I think Jameis. I didn't see Jameis get drafted in the 1 Dawg Bowl I've done since then, but I certainly could see it happening. I certainly could see him going in the 12 persons. I think I'd just take Lamar Jackson at pick 19. This feels kind of late for him. We'll do Josh Jacobs, Lamar Jackson. I'm okay with that. This is probably around where he should go. I know there's some round 1 Lamar Jackson teams. I don't see him slipping much past this. I don't think he'll ever be a 3rd round pick. So I'll take him here. Hey, Ingle X, GM to you. Appreciate you so much coming in, hanging out. I hopped right in. I see you're at the 2 hole. This is a pretty killer room. Steve and GM to everyone. GM to you. GM to you, Terrence. As Jameis's QB might give the Giants a jump start. Yeah. I mean, how many jump starts? I mean, this is the team of jump starts. Like Dart was a jump start, Scatterville was a jump start. Now they get another. It is pretty wild, but yeah, Jameis is very exciting news. I had mentioned Tracy as a possible guy in the video that I liked with Jameis's with Russ's propensity to check down. I assume I like that a little bit less. Some of the thesis was how often Russ checks down to his running back. I haven't looked at Jameis's check down numbers lately off the rip. I'm sure it's less than Russ. I can't remember if he's just like doesn't do it. It's something I want to check into a little bit, but I probably will cool on that. That Tracy is a super deep scroll, but maybe if the offense is better, I'm into it. Is that why there were 3 DBQs going at like 9 last night? Could be. People were hopping into Brian's for sure. Yep. Yeah. No, they were getting some of them filled. I hopped in the last one that was on stream there. They were a dead man walking with Russ. Yeah, there was really no point in going back to Russ. You knew what you got, and it wasn't great. I can see wide receiver with a top 5 pick since you can get 2 good running backs next picks. I don't know since I'm always on the other side. I haven't drafted as much from the right. I've been rolling between 3 and 6, but I don't think I have a 1 yet. I'd have to look. I may not have a CMC team yet, and I really want at least 1. The smartest goober here, 100%. That is Brian. A true ball knower there. Gunnar Ross, I missed the stream. I get the next one. Just watching some hoops, and bam, 3 DBQs flying. You love to see it. Loading up on Packers D in all managed leagues. That is the other thing for your managed leagues. Certainly live there. All right, a slew of running backs go. Some decent enough options could be coming to us. RJ Harvey's been rising all week now. Yeah, with the Tracy stuff getting worse, I probably want to take a running back here, I think. And I think that would be Swift, Jones, or Harvey. So a little bit of a tough call for me. I feel like Aaron Jones looked the best of all of them. I know he's still in a timeshare. The Swift timeshare is a little weird. Still don't know how much to... Hold on. I'm live, right? Wait, am I not live? I'm so confused. You guys can hear me, right? My StreamYard is being really weird. Oh my god. Now I'm like panicked. Okay, my god. Okay, so StreamYard still has the go live button, and it says that it's showtime. And so I'm like, have I just been talking and just had an awesomely active chat? Okay. So I don't know how I'm going to end the stream because I don't have an end stream button. It says go live. It says scheduled and showtime. So like none of the normal stuff is up, like the view count or the timer. So I like panicked. So I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's showtime. All right. Excellent. Wow, this is the struggle bus, but I think we're okay. All right. Yeah. Flashbacks from when you first started streaming. No, I'm here. We're okay. All right. Dear God. Okay, thank you, everybody. Yeah. That was brutal. But we're good. All right, Ball is Life. Hello, friends. Hey, Ball is Life. GM to you. Yeah, when I first started streaming, I literally did a 90-minute stream with no audio. So it was just like a silent film because I didn't add myself to the stream. These are dark times, but we're doing a lot better now. Yeah, the just straight off the upright. Okay, but this is good because I can actually see what. Oh, I can't even see what time it is because I messed everything up. That's okay. All right, we've got Lamar Jackson. We've got Josh Jacobs. We took an Aaron Jones share. Let's bring the board back up. See what's going on. Herbert out here at 37. Most people to my left have all taken running backs. It's a little bit lighter on the right, which is how you often see the board going now. That Marks and Vidal, they used to hang out over here. Now they're all the way on the left. So, yeah, the silent stream. Kevin was there. Kevin was there 1,000 years ago. Appreciate you so much, Kevin, for coming in. The only way up is from here. Yeah. It would be tough to get worse. Jennings at 39. He's one of the wide receivers I've been targeting later in drafts. We'll go over everyone because we've got a tough room. We got Tubins, Ingle X, Big Funny, Fudgy, Gunnar Ross, Magikarp, high volume player, Chad Matchkey in here. We got Dave, one of the sharper drafters. He's been taking a ton of Warren. If we're going to look at sharp players, what they've been doing, I've seen him taking Warren at 7. I imagine Warren's going to be a projection beast, but this appears to be, from the rooms I've been in with Dave, he takes a ton of him there. I don't think I would take DeMercado at pick 41, but that's a personal choice. What I will do is I'll take Gadsden. We're gonna get the injury reports today. It sounds like he dodged a serious injury. I think if he just has even a limited practice today, Gadsden's going to be rising up. So I'll grab this before it potentially comes up. Kevin loved those bad streams. Kevin got the schadenfreude of watching me just absolutely flounder for a long time. Terrence, 10 to 12 are killing it. Yeah, I don't mind how your drafts end up looking over on the right side of the board. And you see this a lot. Kobe Goat going receiver. I feel like I see the 12 hole do that quite a bit, whether it's London Rice or London Igbuka or some combination of those 4 running backs taking wide receivers. You do tend to see that. Now, I don't know if that was easier back when you could grab Woody Marks or Vidal at pick 36. I think that was easier. Even RJ Harvey, he was a guy that was in the 50s. Now he's up in the 30s. So with how sweaty it's gotten with running backs, I feel like this receiver meta is going to be harder to pull off. That said, if you're comfortable with the super late running back, like you think there's some life to a Tyrone Tracy or one of the Seattle backs, you can grab a late Charbonnet or a late Ken Walker, take a punt on that. You can definitely open with the receiver bit. I don't think it's too bad. So we do, however, still need a wide receiver. Now, gone are the days, I think, of getting Wandale around here. I took a bunch of him. He would have been my choice. I don't love Cortland Sutton this week, but with that said, I think I just grab Cortland Sutton here. I think it's getting too fancy to go down to Worthy or Tez at this point. I think he's just going to project by far the best of any of them. If I wanted to go Worthy, that's fine. I've actually seen Worthy go as Mr. Irrelevant in drafts with the last pick. People have been light on him. Part of me almost prefers Franklin in a vacuum. I mean, he's been out targeting Sutton the last few weeks, but we do know Sutton is live for those just like squeaky wheel games where he gets everything. And I'll take the shot on Sutton here. See what comes back around to us. So for the audio listeners, we got Josh Jacobs, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Jones, Oronde Gadsden, and Cortland Sutton. Chad not listening to Brian last night about Franklin. Before Go Easy Cards, I made a whole video about this, about my scrolls of wisdom, and I mentioned Troy Franklin as one of them. You should check the video out. You should check the video out because I made it. And then it kind of died on the vine. So you know what? I'll put it in the chat. I would love if anyone wants to give it a like. It died on the algo vine, that or people thought it sucked. But I don't even think people thought it sucked because no one watched it. No one watched it. But anyway, I put that there. If you want to watch that after, you can, or just drop it a like. That would be amazing. But yeah, I went over from some scrolls as far as different options there. I'm going to try to increase the production value of those, but, did it in one take, like it was, 1917, that film. And that movie did well. It got some Oscar buzz until Parasite. Everyone thought they liked that movie until they watched it again. Anyway, Anyway, we need another wide receiver here. And we can start looking at the options. Only one more wide receiver. 2 more wide receivers are going to go. Dave is going to take one, and Magikarp's going to take one. Dave stays on the clock, takes Chris Godwin. Bateman ended up in a walking boot. Which makes me not want to do that as far as a second option. We got Tez Johnson. We got Parker Washington. Romeo Dobbs left the game with a chest injury. Again, if I want to play Q-Tag Roulette, I can. If I want to do that, that's possible. Christian Watson is intriguing for sure, picking on the Giants a little bit. Little bit of a tough call. Do I just do Parker Washington? I don't like the Keenan Allen stuff very much, and I have Gadsden there. Interesting choice. I kind of want to go Christian Watson and just double up on the Giants stuff. If Dobbs is, I don't know. Let's just do Parker Washington. I know Jacoby Myers is going to come in there. We do have Gadsden, so we could say there's maybe a little bit of a game environment situation there. So we will see. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Brian. Yeah. Appreciate you watching that. But yeah, I know you highlighted the same thing. And I have to say, Brian did a segment on stream of Guess the Player. And I thought that was a really good bit. Just giving some facts about a receiver and then each position player, and you have to guess who it is. I thought that was pretty cool. So I want to say I enjoyed that. Mike watched it. It was a great idea. Hey, Mike, appreciate that. I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to keep just something short off the rip and not just be like, oh, you should play Josh Allen. Like, I kind of wanted it to be deep scrolls rather than like, wide receiver, quarterback 8, instead of quarterback 6. Like, I was trying to go a little bit further. I don't think I did a great job explaining the point of the video at the beginning. Parasite was excellent. Yeah, it was good. I just, anyway, I thought 1917 was going to win, and then Parasite got all this late buzz. Danny, GM to you. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. Now, let me pull the board back up. We'll go over everyone. The new Frankenstein on Netflix was amazing. I have not seen that yet. Lee says, I was view 2 or 3 on Scrolls of Wisdom. We'll go back. Hey, Chad, thanks so much for watching that. That's awesome. I honestly, it might just be just the way the algo and not making the world's greatest thumbnail, but we'll keep trying. We'll keep on trying. Benicio del Toro directed it. Oh, nice. All right, let's see what people did. In here. I ended up taking Parker Washington with my last pick. Dave of ETR fame. Warren, Igbuka, Harvey, Mahomes, Schultz, and Godwin. I like all this. Mahomes at 38 just feels late. Like, I know the quarterbacks we've pushed down a lot because there's many quarterbacks we're interested in, but that does feel, to me, that feels pretty late, even against Denver. So, like the team, stays on the clock with Godwin, who I'm pretty sure we know is out, but enables him some flexibility late. Let's see what Lee 12-15-03 did. McBride, Nico, Swift, White, Franklin, and Brissett. I like that. I took McBride at 7 in the draft last night, I think on Gumby's channel. I actually liked how the team came out, and I don't mind this at all. He also, the other nice thing about McBride is he just opens Brissett as a last round quarterback, and tight end gets pretty squirrely late. I was out on Theo Johnson just to jump ahead a little bit, but I think with Jameis, I'm kind of back into that. We know Russ doesn't love to throw to his tight ends. I think Jameis is more open to just chucking it to whomever. So I don't mind that. One other thing, I don't know Sergeant Sweeney there, but I do like the Musgrave click. That was such a weird game against the Eagles. He ran a ton of routes. I think better days could be ahead for Musgrave. So I'm kind of open to that as a scroll that people aren't going to click on there. Oh, appreciate that, Brian. Like the team with McBride too. Yeah, I feel like that team didn't come out too badly there. I sometimes it seems like if you take the detour and go tight end early, then the team isn't great. It's also hard to go tight end and QB early. But again, like we said, if you take McBride and then you can push quarterback, you don't have to take 2 non-running back receiver positions early and feel like you're doing pretty good. All right, let's see. Gunnar Ross, what did you do there? Puka, Kittle, Etienne, QJ, Stafford, and Sean Tucker. So buying low on Sean Tucker. Does seem like there's more of a split with Rachaad White, and yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind trying to get ahead of that, to buy it before you see it. Obviously, it's live to just be getting the slightly smaller share of the backfield, but I don't think Rachaad White has been very good. So yeah, who knows? Also, if they fall behind, maybe we see more Tucker against the Bills, who we know can be who we know can be taken advantage of on the ground there. All right, Ingle X, JSN, Chase Brown, Woody Marks, Wandale, Pitts, Dart. Yeah, I like this team quite a bit. Love the Wandale stuff with Jameis. Dart just gives you the placeholder to rank your quarterback. So if I imagine this is Dart, I'm fine with that. This also could potentially be like a, however he wants to rank it. This could be Purdy if he's in. I don't think anyone took Sam Darnold. So this could just morph into Sam Darnold. I'm assuming Sam Darnold will be high in his rank. So nice draft here by Ingle X. Also a little surprised to see no one taking Sam Darnold. And then Tubins, what did you do? CMC, Devontae, Vidal, Baker Mayfield, Kate Otten, and BTJ. So again, he takes a Q-tag guy at the end, gets the Otten-Baker connection. We saw a lot of Otten last week. So yeah, like this team quite a bit. Steven says, I just watched your Scrolls of Wisdom. Very good stuff. How about one of the Pittsburgh tight ends, Muth or John? It's just so hard to know who. So I think if I was talking to someone who's going to 150 max, I would say just sprinkle in a couple. There's not a ton of 150 maxers out there, I think. I don't know. It's just like, it's so hard to predict that stuff, but it is like the hyper elite, tight end versus Cincinnati matchup that I don't mind it as a punt. So if you have a feeling about one of them, I didn't really dig into their utilization numbers at all, but I like the concept of it. And I think you'll get it in at low ownership, because you will have a lot of people who are like, I'm doing 25 entries. I don't want one of them to be on the wrong Pittsburgh tight end kind of mindset, which is like exactly what I'm describing. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad, you're trying to win first in a huge contest. So if you can pull a lever that gets you uniqueness and also upside, I think that's not a bad idea. It's just, again, it's a risk tolerance question. Right now I'm falling on the outside, but maybe you've kind of like opened my mind to trying that. Brian, yeah, wouldn't mind Sean Tucker game for the best ball bags. Yeah. I took a little bit of him. I know Emo Cowboy was famously a kind of anti Sean Tucker, thought we were getting out over our skis there. And, we did get the run out with Bucky getting hurt, and it still hasn't been Sean Tucker. So we were drafting the RB3. But gosh, Rachaad White is just not good. I'm very underweight Rachaad White because I just thought he stinks, and he stinks. GM2 Hartman, appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Gunner, yeah, go easy cards. I also wish I had a limb team alive. All right, let me hop into a main BR here. Well, I'll hop into a main BR. We'll try to do another Dawg Bowl or two. Oh wow, this ripped. Okay. Well, apologies for that. Let me get I'm now just kind of be guessing what the times are based on when I started the stream, because I messed up my StreamYard. BR1. All right, but yeah, that was a pretty solid draft there. Apologies, I try to give you all to get into these rooms, but if they snap fill, there's nothing we can do there. Sean says it feels like Aaron Rodgers is aging a year per week. Steelers down, love to see it. Oh my goodness. Well, Sean, first of all, appreciate you. I believe you're the immortal Dirty P under a new moniker, but thanks again for hanging out. Yeah, if there is a fountain of youth, though, it could be the Bengals defense. It could definitely be, if Ponce de Leon had gotten to play the Bengals defense, I think I think he'd still be with us because I know that's, what they were looking for. But that could be it. That could be it. Brian says Sean Tucker had 3 touchdowns against the Giants, and it skewed my perception of him. I think we all saw that game. It was similar to how we all saw that one Chase Brown catch and run that was on national TV. And we were all like, oh, Chase Brown has got the juice. This is the guy. So I agree. We all did the same thing with Sean Tucker. We saw that game and we're like, oh, wheels up. Sean Tucker's taking over this backfield. Maybe the time is now, though. Maybe the time is now. Yeah. I mean, again, it's why we were taking a RB3 when, generally we don't take RB3s in best ball because they very rarely get to even see the field, let alone be fantasy relevant. Hey, Ecoxer, GM2, appreciate you coming in, hanging out this morning. Hope you're having a good one today. We're in at the 6 hole. I've been doing a lot more Dawg Bowls than the main BRs this week, even though I really like this slate for the BR. There are so many different ways you can take it. I think it allows for creativity. Being that there are fewer teams on bye this week, I just think the slate is just that much deeper to where it's really fun. And so, and I found that with the Dawg Bowls as well. You feel like you can push any position and you can have a competent team versus those weeks when you see like everybody take, a QB in the 4th round because if you wait, you're dead, or everybody's taking their tight end last. Like you see a variety of what people are doing, and that's kind of fun. All right, so I think I'm just going to do Jacobs McBride. Do Jacobs McBride here. I'll pull the board up so people can follow along what's going on here. FF Chef, I remember chasing after that Jonas Gray 4 touchdown game. Gosh, I vaguely remember that. Good old Jonas Gray. Because wasn't that one of the years White was on the Patriots? I feel like there was some gray and white thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing up my the Patriots always have those running backs that for a long time that we would chase after big games, and it generally didn't pan out. But yeah, the streets remember the Jonas Grays of the world. All right, let's see. Nobody's doing anything too intriguing here. This is a pretty standard top 6. I think the big question in these drafts is where do Allen and Lamar go? And again, we always talk about this when we draft on Monday and Tuesday, but we see Allen, his ADP is now 11. Lamar Jackson's is 15. When the contest opens, they're going in the 1st round, or at least that's what their ADP is. And we were seeing Allen and Lamar kind of going at 11, 12. Now it seems like if Lamar's ADP is 15, he's going to come around to this 2-3 turn with some degree of frequency, which does have me intrigued there. So you could end up seeing some Lamar Jackson even in the early 4th. And I would dare to say late in the week, you might be able to get him even later than that as people try to move away from ADP value and more in trying to build unique combos. So something to keep an eye on there. Sladen says Gray missed a team meeting and Belichick put him in a milk. Oh, that's right. That's who it was. I wasn't sure if that's who it was, but yeah, if I recall, he didn't even play the week after the 4 touchdown game. I think that is the lore, Sladen. And I appreciate you coming in, hanging out. But yeah, I think that's right. Healthy scratch. Who else but Bill? Yeah. Meanwhile, Ramondre can fumble 47 times and Vrabel won't bench him. But Belichick, Ramondre wouldn't even be in the league anymore if Belichick was the coach. He would have just been blacklisted the guy. We have certainly changed. All right, we got Jacobs and McBride here. I do think I would take Lamar at pick 18 if he comes. Kittle's fun, but obviously I don't think I want to go McBride Kittle. Although I was in a Dawg Bowl and I took McBride and Kittle came and I was the Green Goblin mask was just go double elite tight end. I'm that seems bad, but I was tempted. I was tempted to try to get home with that. All right, let's do Lamar. Let's do Lamar Jackson and I'm thinking here. We'll do Jackson. Yeah, we could do something like Jackson Vidal is kind of fun. I don't really love Jackson Henry. I'm kind of out on Kyren. I think there's some fun receivers late. I could just do Flowers now, but I don't really care if Jackson is stacked or not. So I'm not going to force that. I imagine Flowers will come back to me, but we can see. So we got Jacobs, Trey McBride, Lamar Jackson, and Kamini Vidal here. Go AZ Cards. I am on the white train this week because of the environment. I think it'll be a ton of passing. Yeah, I could see that. He just has no juice. He's just not. It has no juice. It's tough. Slayton. It's not even Ramondre kept running back one. They kept him on kick returns over Hendo too. Yeah. Maybe he just saw Caleb Johnson, in that Steelers game and just got spooked and like, we just can't trust a running back to know the rules of football. Like we haven't seen Caleb since then. I mean, my God, talk about guys we were taking in BBM that did not pan out. Caleb Johnson in the shadow realm. But yeah, I don't know. It is a little surprising that, because we saw Hendo have that. Didn't in preseason one of his huge plays was a kick return, and then one of his breakouts like in the NFL was on a kick return as well, like one of his first touchdowns if I'm remembering right. But yeah, just a strange choice. But coaches have guys they trust, and I don't know why he seems to just trust Ramondre against all evidence to the contrary. All right, so in all likelihood, we will be able to take Flowers if we want, assuming John Galt doesn't go 3 receiver here. Part of me wants to take Wandale. I'm pretty into that. I think Slayton becomes very intriguing again with Jameson there. All right, so John Galt takes Kyren. Do we just take Devontae Adams and play the Q-tag game? I think we do. I mean, I am more concerned about Adams than the market is. They said it's an oblique and he could have come back in. Oblique injuries are no joke. Like, oblique injuries are absolutely a thing. But if it is true he could have returned to the game and it was just that game was like kind of out of hand and they didn't need him, then I'm okay taking Adams here. But I do have a little bit of concern. I'll take him again because worst case scenario is missing out on like 1 or 2 players. But this is deep enough. Like the only person who can take another receiver is this guy here. I guess there could be 2 receivers. Boomer wins and JG could take one. But I mean, if I ended up with Odunze or MHJ, I would be happy. There's scroll guys, Juwan Jennings. Like I could rank them. So I'm okay if Devontae gets subbed out. So this team ends up being Lamar Jackson, Josh Jacobs, Kamini Vidal, Devontae Adams, Zay Flowers, and Trey McBride. I can pull the board up to see. Who other people take, so you all can see who's going in the last round of these. Maybe get some scroll ideas. Yeah, JWG, he takes Slayton. So there you go. We're already starting to see people excited about some of the giant receiver stuff. And certainly as the deep threat, a guy that's not afraid to try to take the top off of defense, and Wandale. So there we go. The steam is coming from inside the house. Slayton and Wandale going in the 6th round. So absolutely could see their ownership creep up after being probably undrafted at the opening of the contest. And then this guy's going to take a quarterback. Probably he's going to just take Baker Mayfield, I would guess, but we'll see what Jake does. Okay, Jake. He takes Joe Flacco. Okay, that's the other way to go. It's a pair with Higgins. So there we go. All right, let's do another. I'll do a Wildcat if anyone wants to get in. These tend to fill maybe a touch slower. So let's get into that. I'll catch back up with chat. Is Dable still the head coach if you put Jameis in instead of Russ versus the Bears? Oof. Could be. Could be. I mean, you got to think if the Giants win, they don't make the move there. At least that would be my impression. But yeah. My weekly GM that won't end up cashing is Bijan, McBride, Lamar, Jetta, T, Etienne. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's real nice there. So yeah, good stuff on that. I think there's a divergence in the Dawg Bowl and the BR. Isn't Puka 2 in the Dawg Bowl? And he's 5. I thought Puka and Chase were flipped there. Now I'm like losing my mind. Let me see if I can go real quick. Yeah, Puka's ADP is 2. Jamar Chase is 4.9. And then we go back here. And Puka's ADP is 5. Jamar Chase's is 2. So very weird to see that. The Dawg Bowls tend to be slightly sharper and precede the moves in the bigger BRs. So yeah, Puka goes at 1. Oh, I'm not going to pass on Christian McCaffrey. That seems wrong. But yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. It'll let you get some different builds and in combos. I guess, I mean, it's a 6 versus a 12. But yeah, I wonder what the right way to play that is. Just go with market and then let it switch, or just load up on Puka because you think the market's wrong and just make it a Puka week. I don't want to end up with no Jamar Chase. We saw what happened last time against Pittsburgh. He had 347 targets. But yeah, interesting stuff there. Brian says, agreed. If they didn't have a third epic collapse, he could have been the coach until the end of the year. Yeah, it does seem like the Giants fans had kind of turned on him after losing multiple games up late. I don't remember the exact stat, but it was grim with how many fourth quarter leads the Giants had blown there. Go easy cards. Maybe we see a Hendo like Jamar Charles. Let Stevenson wear down the D and take the wear and tear plays. I mean, that's been the like kind of meta of the league. Like the bell cow running back days are few and far between. There's just so few that actually get the work. Like it's really down to like CMC, Taylor, and maybe Jacobs when he's healthy. Other than that, like almost every running back is in a split to some degree or other. And so I don't know. I feel like that's probably the way they would want it to go. Like I don't think they want to give any of those running backs like 24 touches. But yeah, and that probably is better. Like we've seen how good like A Chain can be when some of the between the tackles work is off of him. And although last week he had the highest percent of touches he's ever had and he smashed. So who knows? Maybe it's all nonsense. Maybe these guys need to get into a groove. But you know, it is a question. It is a question how to use them. But it does seem like most coaches lean towards some kind of split, even when one is clearly better than the other, like Gibbs and Monty. Like, all right, let's see. What do we want to do? We could take Allen and just go with ADP. I really like Cook. I don't want to miss on Cook and Warren. I kind of want one of them. I'll take Igbuka. I'm going to hope Blue-Eyed Bandit just does his own thing and doesn't double tap running back. If he does, maybe I will just grab Allen there on the other side of Igbuka. And then just take another late running back to pair with CMC. I don't want to get too crazy with the scrolling, being that I feel like I had the potential for a unique combo with CMC, but no ADP value fell back to me to take advantage of getting him at 2. So, also, by the way, as Smooth Criminal notes, smash the like, ring the bell, blow the whistle. If you can like and sub, that'd be awesome. We're on the road to 400 subs, and hopefully we'll just keep this going because this has been so much fun to do with y'all. I'll take a Jalen Warren share. We'll pass on the elite quarterbacks. We'll give someone on the right side of the board a nice early Thanksgiving present there. I don't want to end up underweight on Warren, and I kind of like this. I'm okay skipping Josh Allen, although obviously Allen and Ibuka does feel like it makes a certain amount of sense, so maybe I should have just grabbed that in this room. I don't think that's going to be impossible to get by any means, but yeah, maybe I was just too focused on the Warren stuff and could have waited for another back to come to me. Sean says, I hope the Chiefs can cut Matt Nagy to pick up Brian Dable. The guy shouldn't be on waivers. Yeah, he'll end up somewhere. He'll definitely end up somewhere as a coordinator, you gotta think. I mean, just getting known as like a QB whisperer is always good. And, you know, if he can soak up all of the credit for Dart, or as much as possible, he's going to have a home in the league for a while. Slayton says, except Javonte and Dowdle, because God knows you look for the Cowboys for bell cow running backs. Yeah, they're so annoying. They're so annoying because, yeah, you're right. They have been using Javonte as I don't think they wanted to, though. I do think he would have been in a timeshare with Miles Sanders. I think it would have been like a 65-35 kind of deal. And then when Sanders went down, they just didn't trust Jaden Blue. And their other options were Phil Maffa, who's hurt, and then like Malik Davis, who they dangled on waivers and no one took. But I really don't think that was the plan for Javonte. And I don't think it was the plan for Dowdle. And then they were just like, this guy's so good, we can't keep him off. Because Chuba wasn't a bell cow. Like, they weren't planning on using the backfield in that way. It was always going to be a split. And then Dowdle like ate his lunch. But yeah, hey, Smooth Criminal GM to you. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out this morning. We got CMC, we got Ibuka. Let's see where things are going here. A few good options. Again, wide receiver so deep. If I just pull it up, there's so many good scroll options now, especially with the Giants receivers coming in. I had like off the cuff mentioned Shaheed in the video. I'm kind of warming up to that. I didn't put him in my scrolls video, but I do think I have a little bit of interest in some Shaheed stuff. Maybe that's more of a 12-man play, but we'll see. I could find myself a little bit intrigued by that. All right, so we see Vidal go. I don't think I want to do like an Otten double stack. I'm pretty cool on Travis Kelce. I know I said I was going to scroll, and now I'm not scrolling. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Gadsden here. I like Gadsden quite a bit, and I could see him rising. Kelce, I'm a little worried about the matchup. He's going to be 100% owned. I don't know. I'm going to be a little light on Kelce this week, I think. I don't know if I want Higgins here or not. Part of me thinks I either want to go Herbert or I want to go Baker. And maybe we just take Herbert here. I might lose Baker anyway with this guy taking Otten. We'll see. He might do a tight end stack. And then I think we're going to scroll at wide receiver in this room. The other receiver I could scroll. I could do Baker and then do a like a Keon Coleman or a Khalil Shakir. I think that might be kind of an interesting thing, being that we did forego Josh Allen. Maybe we play that on the other side. So let me get Shakir in here. Don't really love Shakir, but I think it's somewhat interesting. Keon Coleman is going to be like completely undrafted. Shakir is going to be mostly undrafted, but there will be some ownership. So we'll think about that. I think I would prefer Shakir. I think Tampa's a little more vulnerable over the middle than on the... And I also think that Keon Coleman stinks. That's the other problem with Keon Coleman. I have taken some Coleman in Dawg Bowls. I don't love it. But that's more of like an ownership play. Whereas here, I'm going to need a ton of points. Like, if Keon Coleman gets 12.5 points in a Dawg Bowl as your sixth pick, you can you can still get there. Whereas if he scores 12.5 points in the main BR, your team is, going to be min cashing. Yeah, word is Maffa could be coming back soon. Yeah, Kevin, I don't know if Kevin's still around. He was famously on the Phil Maffa train, so we'll see. I don't think I got there in much, but he's a big boy, Phil Maffa. Sladen says, I think I'm more face-palming the fact that my advance rate is probably half someone in a Cowboys hat who took Javonte Dowdle and fully faded the rest of the NFC East out of bite. It does feel like if you have Javonte and Dowdle, you should be having a good season. I do have to say that. There. And if you faded the NFC East, you did dodge, Scatabo carried my advance rates. So you wouldn't have a lot of that landmine there. No easy cards. I wish Scatabo was a healthy pick on this slate. You and me both, brother. You and me both. It is killer. Brian likes Shakir over Coleman. Yeah, I think that's right. I think it'd be getting too fancy to do Coleman's in the sixes. Well, I mean, he is capable of the spike week, but you could say that about a lot of players. We'll see what JT Vinegar cannot take a receiver. The Nines has to take one. He takes Devontae Adams. Let's see if Clem goes running back or receiver. It looks like the only friend of the show in the room is JT Vinegar. He goes JSN, Rashi Rice, Josh Allen, Vidal, Chase Brown, and we'll see what tight end he chooses. I like the team there. Mr. Vinegar. Go easy cards. Problem with Javonte and Dowdle drafters also drafted Connor and Mixon. I know, I see one in the mirror. Yeah. I think I ended up with like 8% Mixon, but I literally did not take him after the injury stuff came out. And I still have 8% because I was like well over the field. So that one's been killer. And I have a lot of Connor as well. I think I was at 12% Connor. All right, I'll take Khalil Shakir. We will do the bring back bit. So we've got Baker Mayfield, CMC, Jalen Warren, Emeka Egbuka, Khalil Shakir, and Oronde Gadsden. I like this team. I think this team is not bad at all for a BR team. But again, this is a deep enough week to where most of your BR teams will feel good. All right, let's see what the Dawg Bowl's at. Waiting for 3. All right, we'll wait for that. BR2 and Wildcat 1. Waiting for 2 in the Dawg Bowl. Where are we at? We're at 48 minutes, I think. DBQ 2. Sweet. All right. And we're off. And we got the 9. All right. So this is interesting. I haven't done too much from the 9. We've got Lee 121503 in here. We got Buster's Boys in here. We got Go AZ Cards at the 8. Eyes on Your Own Paper, Go AZ Cards. And of course, everyone's nemesis, Patrick Barnes YouTube, in at the 12. All right, let's see. Quid pro quo. Hey, good morning to you. Welp options, scalping time closed. Good stuff, young fella. If any of y'all in chat is Kobe the GOAT, pretty sure you were in the draft every morning since 5. I don't know who Kobe the GOAT is, but I see them a lot too. But we'll look for him. We'll search for Kobe GOAT. But appreciate you, Quid pro quo. I hope the option scalping went your way this morning. Brian says, Connor's what killed a lot of my good teams. Probably the injury that hurt me the most. Yeah, it happened so long ago. I always forget about him in the dead team list. And then occasionally I'll click something that looks good. And I'm like, oh, Connor. The only thing that saved me is I was pretty low on Benson. And maybe that ends up being bad if Benson comes back and smashes. And he's like the low owned, but like the low advance rate guy. That's a playoff, killer. But if it was just like directly Connor to Benson and the Benson people were nuking, I would be having a very bad season. I'm still like above average advance rate, which is nice, mostly because I was pretty good over the field on Taylor and I was pretty on Dowdle. But we've run into some rough luck. Kraft, I think, was my highest owned tight end. Scatabo was my highest owned player by a mile. I have like 39% on DK. Hey, Goods, lurking from the 1. Well, appreciate you, Goods. We'll keep an eye on your team as well. See you, you come out, you hang out in the room, and you get the 1.1. It makes you think. All right, let's see. What do we want to do, though? What do we want to do? So McBride goes. That's who I would have taken. Go AZ cards. What do? You probably would have taken McBride, being your proclivity for Cardinals. Takes Rashi Rice. All right, you know what? If it's good enough for Dave, it's good enough for me. I'll take Jalen Warren here. We'll take Jalen Warren. If I don't take him here, he's not coming back to me. It does seem like he could be rising, so let's grab that in. Let's grab that in. Go AZ cards. Not another top 5 pick. Who could have guessed? They just don't want you to have 2 seeds. They say we can't let him get that powerful. Hey, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Are you in the room? Quid pro quo? Am I missing you? I will shout you out. Hey, Blue-Eyed Bandit. Appreciate you. Good morning. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. We'll keep an eye on your team as well. Taking Rico Dowdle. That was I was between Warren and Dowdle. That's not really breaking any ground there, but I have been trying to get a Dowdle Cook team, and I see boards where that happens, and I'm like, why can't these things happen to me? I would love that start. Warren Dowdle, Warren Cook, Dowdle Cook. That any of those combinations I would like, but I haven't been able to get a room that would have it. And I think it's going to be harder now that Allen and Lamar have kind of like fallen out of the default rankings of being that high. All right, let's see. What do we want to do? We could take one of the elite QBs. Let's see where Blue-Eyed Bandit goes with his team. What does he do? He takes one of the elite quarterbacks. I think I'm pretty into Nico Collins in this tier of elite receiver. Whether it's Mills or Stroud, picking on the Titans does seem like a potential path to riches this week. So I'll grab that, and we'll kind of hope we can land a plane at running back. Jake says, hopefully Jameis News moves ownership off of Brissett in DFS. What's Jameis's price? I feel like, yeah, I imagine there will be a ton of Jameis doubles, because that has to be like dirt cheap. 4.6, yeah. Yeah, Jameis is... The problem is a matchup, though. Brissett's 4.9. I don't know, man. The matchup is a little terrifying. We know Green Bay wants to just run it 1,000 times. I don't know. I mean, they are likely to be playing from behind, so you could end up with like a Gorillion Packer pass attempts. But between like the good defense, the Packers putting together like 8-minute drives, it could end up being kind of like not the best. I don't know. I do have some, but yeah, at 4.6, it's going to enable you to do like whatever you want. Otherwise, I'm trying to think through what other pieces. Yeah, no, it'll be a Gorillion. That's the scientific number there. But we're trying to get people to play Jameis. Well, I don't know. It could be right. It could be right, Jake. I mean, it's not like Jacoby Brissett is like some rock star here. It's just like we love what he's done for Marv and McBride, and that's like gives you access to that super cheap stack. Like so much is going to depend on the other positions and what the field is doing. But like I would not mind. If if everyone's just jamming McBride to pay up, I'm pretty into Kittle this week. Like if people are going to be going elite tight end. Again, I haven't looked at the slate that much. I don't know what the pricing difference is, but I'm pretty excited about Kittle, especially if Purdy comes back. Slayton, I was wondering this too. I literally need to look this up, so I don't want to just say I really can't recall if Jameis checks down, because it's like Russ checks down all the time. Dart never checks down. If somebody knows, please let me know, because I do think that's valuable. Especially again, we know Singletary was a Dable guy. Like Dable loved Singletary, so I could definitely see some of that work reverting back to Tracy. It also could be a split because Tracy, frankly, isn't that good either. So it could kind of stay how it is. But I do think we do have a new variable that we may not fully be accounting for, and maybe willing to take that before we see it. That said, I think there's probably going to be quite a bit of running back value for those willing to seek it out. I imagine Woody Marks is going to be fairly popular. I don't think he's that expensive. I'm trying to think. Harvey is probably pretty cheap. I think his price was set before we really knew how bad the Dobbins stuff was. So I don't know. You may not have to get there, but again, on a full PPR website, the check down stuff is like absolutely huge. So, all right, Judkins goes, Swift goes, Jones goes. To my right, a whole, gosh darn it, go AC cards. I really wanted Woody Marks there. Don't love Etienne, but man, I just don't like Etienne. But I got to get over that. I think I got to just take Etienne here. Harvey's fine. I really dislike Rashad for everything I don't like about, yeah, I'll take Etienne here. It's not my favorite click. I don't want to be taking a super late running back. I would have felt awesome with Nico and Marks, but we simply, in a room this sweaty, we can't get nice things. But that's okay. That's okay. We will land the plane somehow. It always amuses, Slayton says, it always amuses me. Tracy is a wide receiver convert. Is the one they use least in the pass game. Yeah. I think he converted because he wasn't any good. I think we need to look at that possibility. Was that he played the position because he's not like that big and he just stinks. I don't know. I'm starting to think that could be it. Jake says Arizona second NFL PROE. I'm sure Brissett averaging 20 plus DK points. San Francisco defense has no passion. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Brissett got like bailed out by his own like terrible play early, and then just got like all the garbage time ever. It's very weird to judge his last game, I have to say. But yeah, no, I don't mind the Brissett stuff. The Niners defense is bad. Jake says, but that's all the alpha I will give out this morning. Well, we appreciate it. We got to take what we can get here. Sandwich between two wake up peeps, not good for you. No, nightmare scenario, go AZ cards. Vidal Marks, like, could you make a sweatier backfield than like Dawg Bowl people windmilling in that pick? All right, let's do. I think we'll do Gadsden. I mean, a healthy Gadsden, again, I'm willing to take the risk. If he doesn't play, this is pretty bad. I like Shakir. Yeah, I like some of these receivers. I really like Juwan Jennings. I wish there was any hope he'd come back to me. There was early in the week, but let's just grab this Gadsden stuff here, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later. Usually there's somebody we like at the end here. Okay, Brian says Jameis's checkdown rate is 5%, which is low. Russ is 19%. Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. That makes me like Tracy a lot less than in the video. So it's a little unfortunate. I took some Tracy late in some Dawg Bowls. I should have been more aware of the possibility they'd go to Jameis than Russ. I don't know why I thought I heard they were going back to Russ, and I guess that was not correct. I am the KY. Bailed himself out by being so immediately bad. Immediately is a great way to present it. It's true. He was so bad it was good. It came full circle. It was so bad that he got to have 3/4 of garbage time. It's pretty incredible. He basically is doing what we all thought Justin Fields would do. Just the like, not great in real life, but my God, so fantasy friendly for the pieces we need, at least. Even if not for himself. It turns out that it wasn't McBride couldn't score. This was totally a Kyler. This was totally a Kyler related problem. All right, let's see. So we got a lot of friends and family in the room. I'll go over everyone's team after. We'll probably run this. Maybe we'll do one more PR, and then I'll hop because I got some stuff I got to do today. But this has been super fun. Appreciate all of you so much. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. It helps so much. Trying to get to 400 subs rather. Trying to get to 400. I appreciate all of you that watched the video. Definitely accepting feedback, what people want in that. People liked it, didn't like it. I am fairly thick-skinned. You can tell me what you think could be done better. And I know I probably could have had some production value rather than me just talking over the rankings screen. But frankly, I was kind of in a hurry and I didn't have the I haven't done these, so I don't know what I'm doing. But I started trying to make like stuff in Canva and in slides. I'm like, this is taking too long. I'll just do it off the rip. So hopefully can devote a little more time to make those videos a little nicer, but just trying to get the concept down. All right, let's see what Goods does here. So he's got CMC, Chase Brown, T. Higgins, Dalton, Schultz. What does he do next? I think I know what he's going to do, but I don't want to put my thumb on the scale. Let's see. What does he do? Winds the clock. He needs a running back and a quarterback. He takes the full clock. He takes Flacco. That's what I thought you were going to do. I'm like, I wonder if he's trying to figure out if he can push Flacco here. I doubt you would have gotten past Buster's boys with Chase there. Now we're seeing some quarterbacks going fast and furious here. We got Stafford, Aaron Rodgers go back-to-back there after Flacco. Lee taking Otten here. I really like Otten here. That's pretty nice. I think Otten is a fairly nice selection this week for this slate and for how thin tight end has been getting to. 23 watching, 22 likes. Yeah, that's awesome. I cannot complain. Y'all are great with the likes, so truly appreciate that. Or me, Flacco fan, backstack king. That was discussed on Brian's show last night. That was discussed as a possibility. And let's be real. We know one thing. Liam was a Fant guy, so we know Fant is going to get there somehow. I'm just telling you how the universe works. You don't have to like it. You just have to accept it. So you can either get mad when Fant gets there, or you can ride the coattails. So I think having some Fant, as annoying as it is, we should be considering at least somewhat. All right. So what do we want to do here? I think I can't just lie to you and make a video about scrolls I like and then not actually take the scrolls when they come to me. So let's just take Franklin. I'm just making sure these people at least... Oof. Well, only one quarterback can go after me. So I'll take Franklin here. I think if I took Nix and then like Patrick Barnes took Franklin, I would have just been tilting my face off. So I don't want to do that. He is live to take Nix because he does have RJ Harvey, so I couldn't get too mad if someone did that. I do think that actually makes a little bit of sense. It's a little interesting. I don't think it's going to be done a ton, but I wouldn't hate that as like kind of a weird way to play a Bo Nix team is Nix Harvey. So we will see. It's a gross spot on the board. No one looked good. Yeah, I guess it depends. I mean, I was kind of into Franklin there. Christian Watson, who went, I think is kind of intriguing as well. If Dobbs is hurt, we could see a lot of Watson. I think that's a sharp play there. Patrick Barnes, he takes Ken Walker, so we were probably marked safe from him taking another receiver. No, Hartman, I will not be maxing the DBQ. I will not. I'm trying to just do most of mine on stream, but I really like this week, and I was trying to attack Josh Jacobs, who I thought should be like the 1.2. But I guess I could find an excuse every week for something I like. But I'm taking him whenever he's at the top of the board. So Patrick Barnes YouTube takes Jonnu. We talked about that earlier. I think I think I talked myself into that making a lot of sense. So appreciate whoever brought that up earlier. I don't remember if that was Mr. Vinegar or Tierran, so I apologize. Sladen needs one more for extra point. All right, I'll if that's still open, I can try to hop into that. All right, let's do Bo Nix. He's not going to be 100% owned. My other options, I mean, I could take Stroud, but I think Nix just makes the most sense here with Franklin. So this team is Bo Nix, Jalen Warren, Travis Etienne, Nico Collins, Troy Franklin, Oronde Gadsden. I like this team. I think this team's pretty nice. Yeah, the dart swap is interesting, Chris, and you see a lot of sharp players in the Dawg Bowls taking advantage of the Q tag stuff. So I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. Especially, there's no early quarterbacks you're even worried about, so you're getting the swap here. And all he missed out on was Love and Nix, who I doubt were going to be super high in his ranks. So let's go over some teams here. We got Blue Eyed Bandit, new friend of the show here. He goes Dowdle, Allen, Flowers, Addison, Pitts, and Slayton. Yeah, like that. I mean, Slayton was undrafted early in the Dawg Bowl, so you're getting you're going to get at least some level of ownership discount on that, barring of course some Q tag shenanigans. I think even then he probably won't end up more than like 75% owned. I think even that would be pretty high. But yeah, like the team there, Blue Eyed Bandit. Definitely don't think you need to stack Allen. So like that, go AZ Cards, Rashi Rice, Kamini Vidal, Woody Marks, Juwan Jennings, and then a Musgrave Love stack. Yeah, I am pretty into that. I think better days are ahead for Musgrave, and I think you took him in the right order, taking Musgrave and then Love, because you also had the chance to do Purdy there, or some other unstacked option. So I like the way you played that. Go AZ Cards. Let's check in on Buster's boy. We know he's sharp. Chase, Ladd, and then Aaron Jones, Wandale, Caleb, and Fannin. So chooses to do an unstacked Caleb team. Again, unstacked QB. It's just you got to unlearn some things, and people go unstacked QB in Dawg Bowls, and it's fine. Lee, what does he do? JSN, Kyron, Romo Junze, Pat Mahomes, Cade Otton, and he takes Tyrone Tracy. So again, if we see Lee 12-15-03 doing something, we should definitely consider it live, even without the check down stuff. Maybe they're just like a better offense with Jameis. Going low owned, I don't mind this. I liked it more with Russ. I don't like it in 6 persons anymore, but I think it's still live in the Dawg Bowl there. And Goods, what does he do? He goes CMC, Chase Brown, T. Higgins, Dalton Schultz, Joe Flacco, and then Ricky Pearsall. So he either gets a fairly low-owned Pearsall. I mean, Pearsall was absolutely dominant early in the year before he got hurt, which was unfortunate. If he's back, his practice window opened. We'll find out more today. And if he doesn't play, he simply gets a swap. So more than reasonable. Last click. Great team there, Goods. Appreciate that so much. Hey, Emo Cowboy, howdy. GM to you. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. I believe tonight is the Toxic Tower. I believe it's tonight. So if you don't sub to them, you should. They're awesome. I think they're doing a cool giveaway at 500 there, at 500 subs for some Gauntlet or Dawg Bowl seats, depending on when they get there. So definitely check them out. Chris says Nix in the 6 is solid value. Yeah, that's where he goes in these, but I still agree. I like Nix. I mean, he was like QB3 like 3 weeks ago, and now he's undrafted. So he has not looked great in real life, but sometimes these division games can be different. They can either be really terrible, or they can be like, oh my God, we need this game. I'm willing to take that shot to pair with Franklin in the 5th, 6th. Steven says, I brought up Jonnu and Moose. Okay, it was you, Steven. Appreciate you. I think that's a good shout, and something that, again, we see a sharp drafter doing here. And I do think makes sense to pick on that Bengals, tight end funnel. You go AZ Card saying hi to Tyler. Emo Cowboy saying back. Hey, Kicks 7555. Just started listening to you this week. I've been into your content. Keep it. Hey, that means a ton, Kicks. Thanks so much. Truly, I'm glad you found us, and I'm glad you're hanging out. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. Love seeing new people coming in and hanging out. We are glad you're here. Truly. Emo, yeah, promises to be toxic. Well, we would expect nothing less, Mr. Emo Cowboy there, but appreciate you hanging out today. Couldn't ask for a better morning. I mean, my goodness. It is a beautiful day. We get football back tomorrow. Having some fun. Chris says, who cares about real life when we're living the fantasy? I mean, it is so nice to do this and to be able to talk football in the morning. So I'm really glad we get to hang out. Chad, a real one. Hope you hit 500 subs before end of year so we can sub. Yeah, I hope so too. All right, that was awesome. That was a fun draft. Yeah, 500 subs before end of year would be sick. All right, we'll do one final Wildcat, and then I'll hop out of here. If anyone wants to join, we're waiting for 3. We'll try to figure out the timestamp. I think we're at an hour 9. ish. And Wildcat 2. All right, still waiting for 3. Now down to 2, and we're off. All right, sweet. We are off and running. Oh no, Sladen. I forgot I was going to do that. Okay. I didn't mean to rug pull you. I just... All right, I see you're in this one, Sladen. Sladen's in here at the 4, Hartman at the 3. I apologize. I got distracted, but it's not that I don't want to do the extra point on stream. I don't care about that. I literally just I just forgot that you had mentioned that. Playoff drafts will get you to 5. Yeah, I hope so, and I'll join those. We're probably getting those any day now, the playoff drafts. So I am excited to do those because they're so fun. They're so fun early in the cycle because there's going to be some team that we think is like locked in that doesn't make the playoffs, and so it is such a fun I've been saying this. We really need a playoff best ball contest in July. I just want that. I think it would be so funny. I think it would be so funny to be drafting who you think is going to be in, see what wins. It'd just be a good bit. All right, you know what? We'll go with our Dawg Bowl roots and we'll take Puka at the 2. We'll take Puka at the 2. I don't know why there's a difference. I don't know why Puka's at the 2 in the Dawg Bowl and Jamar Chase is at the 2 in here. And it's not like they're 2-3. They're like 2-5 and they're flipped. So very, very strange. We'll see if that changes or if people just get so anchored to ADP we don't see it. Yeah, you only have to fill it once. That is the good news. The single entry, you only got to do one time. Chad is a truly elite player. I did get over that. That was a misunderstanding. I do feel bad. I do feel bad about that. For those of you who don't know, when I was on After Dark, Pete and I were drafting the Flea Flicker. I thought we were drafting a team together. He thought I was joining the same room and we would both be drafting. And so the room filled and Pete's like, I don't see you in the room. I'm like, I'm not in the room. So anyway, it was a good bit. It was my fault for not clarifying that. But it was, yeah, I did get to pull a pretty good rug pull there. Playoff best ball in July would need 18 rounds. No, it's got to be what it is. It'd be so funny. I think it would be pretty amazing. Playoff best ball, I feel, would do better with the sharps or streamers since everyone tends to stay in their lanes. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought there. I'm going to take Drake London here. But yeah, because I do feel there's something to this. There are times when I feel like on stream people don't want to look dumb, so they feel like, oh, I'm gonna do what I want. So there is like some kind of like weird social pressure element where some people I think are like, oh, I don't want to get embarrassed, so let me stay in my lane. And then you get the people that are just like, oh, I'm gonna stream snipe because this is funny. So you get a little of both, right? You get the person who's like, oh, I want to be a troll, and then you get people that are like, I don't know. Notice I separated sharps and streamers. Yeah, well, I know I'm in the ladder there. Don't you fret, Go Easy Cards. I know my place here. All right, so we got Puka, Drake London, and George Kittle here. I'll pull the board up. We'll see what our friends are doing. Maybe even some sharps. Who knows? We got Hartman at the 3. He goes Chase, Dowdle, and Rashee Rice. Sladen goes JSN, Warren, Higgins. So builds a little instant game stack there. We're going to be taking some of the late running back options. Hopefully something good avails itself. The guy with Dawg Bowls sheet might be sharp. Brian, Chad is obviously a sharp streamer. I appreciate that. And then the winky face. Not great. Well, it's tough. I don't, this is a vibes-based show. So sometimes things go off the rails, but occasionally, the vibes and the actual, the slate, when they converge, it's a smash, but it doesn't always happen. Yeah, no, I hear you, Go AZ Cards. I hear you, but no, it is funny. There is a huge difference in streamed rooms and not, and this is probably more for people like Pete and Davis with truly large channels where when they stream, like the whole room is just people watching. You see those rooms are vastly different than unstreamed rooms. And you see that a lot in BBMs, especially. Playoff best ball, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time it seems like it's cope when you're like, oh, I wish the room was better. Because normally it's like you want people to make mistakes. But with playoff best ball, people making mistakes does like ruin everything. Like it does, it genuinely like vaporizes your EV when someone's taking like one player from every team and is like grabbing guys when you're clearly trying to like stack a team or a game. Like you do need people like staying in lanes in that. Chris says, I almost want to do 20 DBQs next week just to have a chance to make it to KC and meet. Yeah, hey, it'd be awesome, Chris. Would love to see you there. But yeah, it is tough to bubble your way to the top in these. I have to say that it is brutal, these contests, and you have like incredibly sharp players like constantly finishing in the top 10 that haven't gotten there. Like Mythology's gotten super close, Nez has gotten super close, Dave's gotten super close. Like you see them at the top every week, and the difference will be like 2 points, which is like one catch, or even less. Like it is just so, the margins are so thin. There's a lot of luck at the between getting a C and not. All right, let's see. I don't think I really like the Kyron stuff. I'll take Woody Marks. We're not going to go too deep in the scrolling department. We're going to have options at quarterback. I could, of course, take Stafford with Puka. I could take Purdy with Kittle, or just take someone unstacked. So Allen and Lamar went back-to-back at 17 and 18. So I think some early drafts with them going at 7 and 8 are going to look kind of bad compared to what you get. All right, Sladen says, Jameis Winston has cost me more financial distress than Reds, Heads, and whiskey. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He's definitely can be not great in fantasy always. Like, I don't know. Like we've seen him brick in some spots for fantasy purposes there. Go easy cards. Goober show Robin is smarter than they're both sharp. They are both sharp on that show. I don't know. I think it's more Batman and Batman. Although, maybe that's yeah, Slated. My wife is a redhead. You have no idea. Yeah, Go Easy Cards calling Brian Robin. Yeah, Robin wouldn't be a thing without Batman or Batman's bankroll. Exactly. It's a good duo. They are very good. Yeah, Go Easy Cards. Absolutely that. True there. All right, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what Superman get. Or excuse me, superhero. Probably be like Hawkeye. Hawkeye sucks. I don't know. Like it doesn't actually have a superpower. He just has a bow and arrow. I don't know. Maybe let's not answer that. Aquaman. People like Jason Momoa, but the character's kind of lame. Anyway, we're doing our best here. Let's see what Sladen does. Brian says, Chad, what player will you need this week? I think it's Josh Jacobs. That's my answer. I am big on Josh Jacobs. When will we get Goobers and Wake Up Death Show? I feel like if Brian wanted to come on, he could be on the program. I'm sure we could work that out. Greg says, Birdman attorney. Oh no, Harvey Birdman. Ugh. Yeah, let's try to avoid that. We need a good finish in the Dawg Bowl, so that you don't have to see, me hanging a shingle and quibbling about Will's trust in a state. Don't make me do it, please. Please hit the like. Lamest superhero is Superman. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the correct take. Part of me kind of wants to just do something weird and just take Caleb unstacked instead of Stafford. Is that bad? I feel like I don't know. I feel like I kind of like this. Maybe this is like me trying to be fancy. I don't mind unstack Caleb this week. I think that's fine. You're going to see a ton of Stafford Puka stuff. I do see a world where Puka goes off and Caleb outscores Stafford. I don't know. we tried something a little different to end the team. This team ends up being Puka, London, Kittle, Henry, Marks, and Caleb. Let's see what Hartman did. Chase, Dowdle, Rashi Rice, Pat Mahomes, Kyron, and Ott. Yeah, good team there. Sladen, JSN, Warren, T. Higgins, Schultz. He goes Sean Tucker in a 6-person. Man, that is aggressive. That is very aggressive. Not a click I've gotten to. I do have trouble with this in the 6-persons because I think it's going to be tough for him to outscore some of the other options. But you're definitely getting a massive ownership discount. I just worry that in the big BR 6-person that's going to be tough. But again, I mean, Sean Tucker scored like 45 points that one game. Was it against the Dolphins that week that Bucky also went off like in garbage time? So I mean, we've seen Tucker get there on limited volume and absolutely smash. So I don't think I'm getting to it. I see the vision, but it's a very high risk play. And then Flacco with Higgins across from Warren. So pretty fun room, pretty fun ideas we're seeing here. All right, let's see. Let me catch back up with chat, and then I'll probably hop on out of here. But if y'all can drop a like, drop a sub, that would be awesome. 5 of 6 in the XP. If I didn't have to hop Sladen, I would. Gumby and I will do a live stream with Chad and Casey after punching our ticket. Let's go live from Kansas City. You love to see it. Chris says Sladen still needs one. Extend this stream. Oh man, I would not doing a ton of volume this week, and I feel like be top 5 pick or bust. Not looking good so far. I feel like this was Brian's sort of take, and for me, I was this was Pat yesterday's take was top 5, and I was like kind of more top 6 because Jacobs is my guy you need. No one in the Wildcat to win $6. That is fair. DBQ. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant there as far as the as far as needing that, because yeah, if you think you need one of those guys, it is it does feel like there's a big tier break. But I don't know. There's a lot of really fun clicks later that could get home. Flacco's already put up 26 versus Pitt. I'm a Bills fan. I see the vision every week. Yeah. I mean, running backs against the Bills have absolutely smashed. But everyone, I had so much fun today. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. It's been a ton of fun. Hopefully some of you will be there in Kansas City too. Would love to see that. And maybe we'll set up a stream and have somebody on. That would be the dream. That'd be a dream. Hey, appreciate you, Slade, and appreciate you, Chris. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone.